Another beautiful morning. It is Labor Day. I picked up this load of steel on Saturday morning, and dispatch told me I had until Tuesday afternoon to get it here. Picked up the load in Saukville, Wisconsin, which is about 40 miles north of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And it's like a 350 mile run to where I'm going. I'm going to Rising Sun, Ohio. Decided to get it there today because I knew there wouldn't really be any traffic. It's Labor Day, everybody's off work. And I went home, did my 34-hour reset. I was able to do it at home this weekend. Did a supply run to Walmart, did some meal prep. So that was a nice little treat. Don't always get to do that. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to South Bend, Indiana. We left our yard. The yard that I park at, it's in Gary, Indiana. It's the closest one to where I live. I live in Chicago, so there's nowhere for me to park the truck. I'm off. So anyways, I left Gary about 40 minutes ago. We're about 30 miles from South Bend, Indiana. Should be there by 11:30 today. We are going to lose an hour, but we'll be on East Coast time in about 20 minutes. But I got until Tuesday to get it there, so all the time in the world, which is nice. I'm not rushed finally. We have a load of steel coils. Call them slinkies, because that's what they look like. Charter Steel in Saukville, Wisconsin. I'm bringing it to their other location in Rising Sun, Ohio. Now, I could have gotten it there yesterday, and then I would have had to do because I was running out of time, my 70-hour clock. I would have only had like 5 hours left, so eventually I would have to do my reset anyways. It just made sense for me to reset at home, relax, see the family, see the dog. And then these shippers, they're hit or miss on federal holidays. Half of them are open, half of them aren't. So we'll see what happens after I drop it off. I have a feeling I'm just going to go park for the night. I don't know if they'll have anything for me to go pick up later today. So it just made sense for me to get it here today. Got my reset in. I got a fresh 70-hour clock now, and I do not like running on recaps. I don't like being rushed. I do flatbed, so I'm not just backing my truck into a dock, getting loaded and closing a door. Flatbed. I got a strap or chain. Sometimes a lot of times I got a tarp. It takes a couple hours. When you're running on recaps, you lose a lot of time doing your load securement. So that's just my personal opinion. If I'm able to reset, I'm going to reset. That way I'm not fighting the clock all week. Especially when I'm due to come home. I've had a couple times where I had to run on recaps on my way home, and I didn't get home when I wanted to because I ran out of hours. But yeah, this is nice for a Monday morning. Almost no traffic. Right now we are in LaPorte, Indiana, on the 80-90 eastbound. And we're going to continue on this into Ohio. Once you get into Ohio, they call it the Ohio Turnpike. I like this route because it's like every 30 miles there's a huge rest area. Most rest areas are just maybe like 10 spaces for trucks to park. But these ones on the 80-90, there's like 200, 300 spots to park. And as a flatbedder, by law, we have to do a load, they call it a safety check, every 150 miles or 3 hours, whichever comes first. Basically, we got to pull over and get out the truck, look at our load, check our straps and our chains, make sure everything's tight, make sure the load hasn't shifted on us, check the tarps. So it's nice to have an easy place right off the highway to pull into. I prefer to do my safety checks at rest areas versus truck stops. Because truck stops, you gotta get off the highway, on ramp, off ramp, traffic lights. Then a lot of times at the truck stops you gotta back in. That all takes time. The rest areas are easy peasy right off the highway, in and out. I actually try to avoid truck stops whenever I can, just because it gets crazy there. Around here in the Midwest, 5, 6 o'clock, that's when the parking lots start to get full. East Coast, forget about it. 2, 3 o'clock, they're already full. And a lot of the truck stops, they charge you to park at night. $15, $20 a night. Ridiculous. All the money that we're spending on fuel, and they're going to charge us $20 just to park. It's crazy. On the plus side, the truck stops, they have laundry. Not all of them, but the majority of them have laundry, showers, restaurants. Most of them will either have like Subway, McDonald's, Hardee's, Denny's. I don't eat out every night. I do my meal prep at home. I cook enough meals for a couple of weeks, and then I freeze them, and I throw them in my fridge, and I just microwave them at night. It all adds up. You go out and spend all that money eating every night. It's a big portion of your big chunk of your paycheck. Don't get me wrong, I still like to eat out at least once a week, maybe twice a week. And what I like to do if I have the time available, we're allowed to go 8 hours once we start our clock for the day, and then we have to do a 30-minute break. Those I like to aim for the truck stops so I can get I'll do my shower while I do my 30-minute break. That way I don't have to do it at night. I like to just get up and wake up, and then when I'm ready to hit the road, I just want to go. I don't want to deal with a bunch of traffic just to get back on the interstate. And then depending on what time you leave the truck stop between 6 and 7:30. That's when the majority of the truckers are getting back on the road, and you gotta get in line just to get out of the truck stop and wait for the traffic signal. That's just how I feel about it. I like to simplify everything. Eating breakfast right now. I usually have a Cliff Bar every morning. I love these things. Right now I'm having the white chocolate macadamia nut. I can't have a big breakfast in the morning because then I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. Now I have to find a place to stop. Was just a lot healthier too. I'm trying to lose weight. I lost about 50 pounds so far since I've been on flatbed. In one hot summer, that heat wave we had, I swear it followed me everywhere I went. When I was out in Arizona, the truck thermometer said it was 115 degrees. It's crazy. And I was down in Georgia quite a few times. South Carolina, North Carolina. And obviously, the further south you go, the worse the humidity is. Just take the water right out of you. Some days where I drank like 10 Gatorades or 10 bottles of water just doing my low securement. It's so damn hot out. The last 4 days were pretty nice. It's been in 70s. I'll take that all day. In a couple of weeks, I'll be complaining about the cold. So it is what it is. There's no shortage of stuff to complain about in life. You've got to be prepared, that's all. Alrighty, here we have it. Okay, you had to use all my straps on this load. So the way I check them is I push on each of these winches right here, and if it's loose, I'll do this. If they can touch, the edges can touch each other, it means they're too loose. But we were good. All right. And then that dunnage up there, that's to prevent forward movement, and there's one in the back to prevent rearward movement. All right, back on the road. Well, it's raining. Hope it stops soon. I'm going to be unloading in about 15 minutes. Do see some bright sky ahead, so that's a good sign. Still got to go outside and unstrap everything before they can unload me. Oh, there you go. We are on US 23 in Ohio. About 11 miles from where we're going. If not, I got a rain suit. No big deal. Nice out here. Peaceful. I don't know if I could ever live on a farm, but quietness is nice. Well, we made it to the shipper. But we got a unexpected visitor. I'm pulling up the driveway and then there's a stray dog. I almost hit him. Glad I saw him. And I go outside, I open the door. He jumped in my truck. He's got a collar with a phone number on it, so I'm gonna call that number and try and figure out who the owner is, because I can't take him with me. Well, he's a cute boy. I think his name is Frank. Frank? It says Frank on the tag. Very friendly dog. He's soaking wet, so I think he was outside in that storm. It's alright, buddy. We're gonna get stuff figured out for you. Don't worry. We'll get you back to you. We'll get you back home. Alright. I gotta deal with this, then I'll be back. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted. They're closed today. I was told they were going to be open and they're closed, which means I could have stayed home an extra day. This place, it's a ghost town right now. I'm the only, there's trucks parked to the side, but those are all company trucks that work for this Charter Steel here. I'm the only non-Charter Steel semi-truck sitting here. But the silver lining in all this is I saved a dog, or rescued a dog. And that dog did not want to be out in the rain. He was soaking wet, and as soon as I opened up my door, he jumped in my truck. And a very friendly dog. You could tell he comes from a good home. And the owners are responsible enough to put their phone number on his collar, so I called it. Called the number, wife answered, her and the husband came. They were here in 5 minutes. They live like right across the road. They were here in 5 minutes and picked them up. As soon as he saw them rolling up in their pickup truck, he started wagging his tail. So I knew they were his, his owners. I made a new friend today. His name was Frank. Cute little dog. I think he looked like a beagle and a Jack Russell mix. That'd be my guess. A very, very friendly dog. He jumped right in. And the husband, he's a driver. He's a trucker too. So it made sense that as soon as I opened that door, he jumped in. He knew what to do. The husband said he comes on the road with him all the time. So now the plan is we're gonna head to a truck stop for tonight. We're gonna be back here at 6 a.m. A little disappointed I wasn't able to stay at home, but hey, if I wasn't here at the right time, who knows what happened to that dog. He could have kept wandering around. We're right off US 23. He could have got hit by a car. So it is what it is. Alright, check in with you later.